Hi, I'm Gabriel Stokes, and today we'll be working on the McCloskey 6 points of relaxation. Now, these 6 points of relaxation we're going to be using so that way we can get ready to try and make it easier for ourselves to make good sound and good tone whenever we sing. Alright. So the first one is going to focus on the plate of the face, which is the area between your forehead and your nose. In my case, my mustache. You want to lightly massage, try to relax your face as much as possible. Massage a little bit extra anywhere that you feel tension. Make sure your jaw hangs a little bit low, just like it's barely open. Try to be as relaxed as possible. That's going to be the area that we focus on first. The second area here is going to be the tongue. Now whenever we do this, we're going to make some weird faces. Sound kind of funny when we talk like this a little bit. Just because, it's funny and accurate. That's what we're supposed to do. Alright, for this one, you want to let your tongue soften and allow it to pull forward in the mouth. Sitting just a little bit on the lip above the bottom layer, on the bottom row of teeth. And you want it to be at rest over your lower lip. Alright. And then you want to, after you get here, stretch your tongue out, kind of try to touch your chin with it. This is going to stretch the neck, the tongue muscles that go further back, into your throat and the back of your mouth, because the tongue is just a mass of muscle from here. I don't know how far it goes down. I didn't really do well in anatomy, or actually, I didn't take anatomy. Anyways, I'm going to stretch this so that way it comes out, because that's where a lot of sound and a lot of issues can come from. By blocking sound, because there's too much tension in the tongue. So we want to and you kind of want to, after you stretch, to recoil back a little bit and just go back to resting on the lip. That's going to be the second step. Once you do that, once your body starts to get a little bit more relaxed in those areas, we go to the third step, which is swallowing. Now for this, you're going to put your fingers right here under your jaw, right above your larynx and such. And if you swallow, you're going to feel tension right here towards the center of your fingers if you're putting it about where mine are. You can feel the muscles tighten and push down against your fingers, and that's something that you don't want to have whenever you're singing, because that's extra tension, that's extra complications, and it's going to, same with if you have a tense tongue, it's going to restrict the sound. It's not going to sound nice, and ultimately that's what we want to do whenever we sing, to make a very nice sound. And so whenever we massage right here, you want to keep your tongue in your mouth, not hitting out here like we've started to exercise the tongue, we've gone through that. So now we're just going to kind of knead right under where the tongue would be, never going past the jawline, because we're not working that area yet. And now once you've done that, you'll feel that there's slightly less tension there. You want to keep doing that and make sure that it's relaxed. But you don't want to focus on any one area specifically during this too much, because you still got to get through the whole process, especially if you're going to be teaching a class. You got to work through all 6 of these points, so that way you can, keep going to the actual music and good quality music production. This time we're going to be working on the jaw itself, the mandible, and we're working on the jaw hinge. If you put your fingers right here, you can feel the jaw move, you can feel the muscles tighten, and if you put them right around here, you can feel a muscle tighten there whenever your jaw is open, and then whenever it's really open, it contracts a lot more and expands. And with this one, you want to take your chin between your thumb and your forefinger. You want to move it up and down. And the goal for this one is to also make your jaw very relaxed, because if your jaw tightens and it's constricted, you'll start to sound like this, or you're going to sound like this. And either way, it's not going to produce a good sound quality. And that's the goal of this whole thing. So you're going to move your jaw up and down. You're going to feel a little bit of tension, especially whenever you're bringing your jaw back up. That's because, it's easy to relax your jaw, but you're having to push up and you're having to force it back up, lightly force it back up to match. Now, until you're able to move your jaw freely up and down with the slightest of ease, you're not really going to have accomplished the goal of this. But once again, we don't want to focus too much on this one particular area. Just kind of look like a silly fish with a hand on its mouth. I don't know, bad jokes here. Either way. Now, focusing on the larynx. Your fingers against the front of the neck. And for me, this is a lot easier because I'm a guy, I have an Adam's apple. Girls, this can be a slightly tricky area for whenever you're trying to find it. Don't be deceived. Take a little bit of extra time to make sure that you're feeling the right area and you're getting the right response from this. You're going to feel, you swallow again. You're going to feel the larynx rise and fall with the muscular contractions that go with it. You're going to put your thumb and a finger, or you can use both hands. You don't want to put too much pressure and you don't want to focus on any one area. So that way, whenever you're working it like this, you're just going to roll it kind of to the left and to the right. Don't do this while talking, it's not fun. You might feel like a light, kind of a pop or a very, very light grind behind it. That's kind of what we're trying to work through and eventually get loosened up and not have that kind of friction there, because that's not good. That's something that's holding back the voice and causing extra tension. So that way, whenever you sing, it'll tighten up a little bit and it will constrict the tone and it won't let you sing as well. So just kind of roll it a little bit left to right. And you want freedom in the strap muscles, allowing the larynx to perform in full range of action for speaking or singing. All right. And now we're getting to point 6, the neck and the head. Allow your head to fall forward with the chin toward your chest. There's no need to pull your head down, just simply release it and let it fall. Just feel the weight of your head just kind of there pulling on the back of your neck, right here. So right here, better if my hand wasn't in the way. Pull forward. Now you bring your head back to a balanced position. And top the spine. If you want it to be well balanced, you don't want it to be back here. You don't want to be looking up. You don't still want to be looking down. You want it to be balanced and looking forward and adding much more relaxed position. Continue to do this until it helps. Allow it to nod up and down lazily. Balance point, maintaining all of the relaxation areas. Release of the tension in the muscles of the neck enables a release in other muscular systems in the body. If you have your neck down, you can probably feel it a little bit in your back as well. Depending on if you have back issues or anything else like that, you can feel it down all the way to your to the bottom of your spine, so that way you can feel a very light tension there. You want to make sure that it's more relaxed, so that way you don't have as much tension in your back, because that's going to affect everything else as well. It's all focused right there in the neck. Alright, you want to practice all of these exercises, go through them multiple times. Don't focus on any one area, because if you focus on one area, you might not get to another area if you have a time constraint, or you might not be as effective in a different area if you're just focusing on one spot. But make sure that the muscles are relaxed in the face. Make sure that your tongue is stretched, so that way there's not tension back there. Make sure that your jaw is hinged well. And work on the swallowing. Feel right there under the tongue. You don't want to feel any grinding or tension moving larynx. And make sure that you have a nice loose neck. Work a little bit different. And there you go. There's the 6 points of relaxation. Thank you.